I just really wanted to leave Indiana better than I found it.
I got this far because I bet on myself and I have no regrets.
I'm glad that this has been my journey and I wouldn't change how it's gone.
They can get a first down at the 3. They're 4 yards away from the end zone. And they've got the 4 yards for the touchdown. Tawee Walker.
My name's Tawee Walker. Tawee just means to rise above the rest. My journey was pretty crazy. I graduated high school in 2019, took 2 years off of football, thought I wouldn't ever play again. And then that's when my father told me to have no regrets, and he really wanted me to get back out there. That's also when I found out I was having my son. All that just drove me to go back to it. I went to Palomar Community College. Then Oklahoma was the first big school to reach out to me, but told me I would have to take a preferred walk-on opportunity. I was at the University of Oklahoma for 2 years, but I was never on scholarship. When I first entered the portal, I didn't have no idea I was going to be recruited by Wisconsin. We set up a visit quick. I fell in love with it.
I think what makes Tawee a great fit at Wisconsin is, one, the character piece. Obviously, the ability piece, which we're all thrilled about. I think he's very confident, not cocky, just confident that he can carry the load and be the premier guy.
Once he got here, he established himself early on as just an extremely hard worker.
Walker, that wasn't easy, but it's a touchdown.
He's got lateral moves. He can accelerate.
Walker cuts through a wide open hole.
He's got the physicality piece of it, which is one of the bigger interests we had because he was such a good, effective downhill guy.
Walker right up the gut. Tawee Walker.
The fact that he can do it so consistently, more consistently than the rest right now, is really why he went from being a guy with 6 carries to 11 carries to 23, 24 carries. And I actually believe the more you give him the football, the better he gets.
Walker is running. Walker is scoring.
I have a ton of respect for Tawee and his life and the things that he's gone through. You talk about betting on yourself. I mean, he is the epitome of that.
If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know how things are going to change, how things are going to turn out. And you got to be true to yourself. I'm true to myself every time I come out to the field. Same leader, same teammate, same father I am every single day of the year. And I got this far because I bet on myself and I have no regrets.
I had some people when I was growing up telling me basketball is probably my best sport.
Wide open. Tyler Warren, touchdown, Nittany Lions.
But football is always kind of what I wanted to do. I knew when I was younger, that's kind of, what I was going to pursue when I got to this point. I'm from Mechanicsville, Virginia. It's about 10, 15 minutes outside of the city of Richmond. I played baseball, basketball, football.
When I got here, there was one kid on our roster who was a quarterback, but he had never taken a snap in a varsity game. So we were scratching our heads trying to figure out what we were going to do, and one of the assistant coaches said, "Yeah, your quarterback's next door at the middle school," which we kind of all laughed. He's like, "I'm serious. There's a guy over there, Tyler Warren, who's dunking in basketball games right now."
He obviously is a great football player, Tyler is, but he understood how to play basketball. So you knew that Tyler was going to be good.
Tyler being a 3-sport athlete, there's a lot on his plate. Tyler had said to me, "I love all those other sports, but I really think I want to play college football." He was really good quarterback, but quarterback-wise may not have been exactly what they were looking for.
In order to get recognized, I think he needed to show that he could run, jump, do all those things, and obviously basketball is wide open, and that was just going to showcase his athletic talent.
The guy had asked him, I was like, you got your basketball highlights. I mean, you guys putting it together, and he went to Coach XL.
Really, it was just all the dunks I had in the season. It wasn't like a fundamental basketball tape. It was really just to try and show, explosiveness, and everybody loves watching dunks. I sent it out to the Penn State coaches at the time, and then about 5 minutes later, they called me back.
I remember first getting here and somebody saying, like, you got to see this guy's high school basketball tape. He was just physical, and he could throw it down. It was as impressive of a basketball tape that I had seen to that point. A football player playing basketball and playing the way a Penn State tight end should on tape. Really cool to see it.
The highlight tape from basketball is really what sealed him and got him the offer from Penn State.
You were a ballet dancer as a child.
Yep.
And gymnastics and figure skating.
Yep. We're starting off with this?
We are leading with
All right,
this
let's
because
rip it.
this is by far my favorite storyline that I've come to find out.
I appreciate that. I want to clear things up because people think, like when they see that, they think like I did it for a long period of time.
When he was younger, he always wanted to do what his sister did. So when she was enrolled in ballet, gymnastics, tap, he had to go with me because he was only probably 2 or 3 at the time.
He got to be 6 years old, and I'm like, no, I think we're done with this.
My mom has home videos of all of my recitals and figure skating things, but those are staying in the home video app, so don't get too excited. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh is a sports town. We love our sports. We support our sport teams, blue-collar workers, hardworking people, and very friendly people.
My mom and my dad are my biggest supporters, I'd say. They come up to every single game. They take the RV up, no matter home or away.
This is our second RV. We got it when Michael first committed, and then this year we decided we were like the RV life, and so we bought a brand new one, got sucked into the RV show, and here we are.
They're huge tailgaters. They love hosting. They love being kind of the center of a big group. I would say I'm a very outgoing guy. I think I got it from them.
Guys, seriously, who ate all my powdered donuts?
I did not eat the powdered donuts. Oh, just I'm overweight. You guys assume I ate the powdered donuts. It was not me, guys. Shit!
He's a very relaxed guy, outgoing. He connects with everyone. He's got that personality that everyone wants to be around.
All right, so we got yours. Yours is Tubbs. Everyone's got their nickname for me today, or what? Piggy. All right.
I've caught bits and pieces of it, and I know he's a real popular guy on campus, so I'm sure he's enjoying the college experience.
This shirt that I have on right now is an indication of what kind of kid Michael is and the personality, larger than life personality that he brings to every situation. So it's just been fun watching him enjoy this season and have a blast doing it.
It's another Hoosier touchdown.
After the first 3 games, he's like, Dad, we're 3-0. Next, we're 4-0. Dad, we're 7-0. We are 7-0. We're 13th in the country, Dad. He said, this is amazing. He says, I'm so glad that I come back.
I just love being around my guys. I love creating relationships. You have all these guys from all across the country. The coolest part about football is bringing all those people together and being able to go out in the field and playing as one.
I knew I was going to be a tight end when I came here. It was never a quarterback offer. When I first came in, after about my first few months when we got into actual football, I wasn't sure if I was really ever going to be, somebody who could play college football. I thought I might just, be a guy who's on the team.
Nothing against quarterbacks, but they're not known to be the toughest guys, right? They don't want to be physical. They're never blocking. So there's definitely a learning curve for Tyler.
To make the transition to tight end, coming from any position, receiver, running back, but especially quarterback, you got to develop the physical nature of blocking. You got to like putting your face on people.
It was a rough transition, realizing you're not stronger than everybody now, you're playing college football. It definitely took me probably over a year before I felt like I was somebody who could, have an impact on the field.
Wide open touchdown, Tyler Warren. The former high school quarterback turned tight end.
It's definitely a mindset shift. It's something that not everyone can do. Tyler made the switch and he's made it work really well.
Warren keeps it himself. Too strong up the middle. Tyler Warren.
Knowing Tyler's versatility from his quarterback background.
Warren is going to throw it to the outside. Touchdown.
That allows us to expand his package into some of the things you've seen this year with him playing quarterback.
It's going to be Tyler Warren, who threw a touchdown last week. Go over the top. Touchdown. Warren can do it all.
He's a Swiss Army knife. He can block, run, pass, catch. He can do everything. He does it at an elite level. That's the ultimate weapon.
And now Drew Aller as a receiver again and it's going to be a double pass. Aller loads, fires deep. Got it! Touchdown, Penn State.
Tyler Warren snapped the ball, and then he caught the ball. You don't see that very often, a center catching a touchdown pass.
He was always talented, but now, you talk about college football across the country, this is a name that people talk about.
Warren's doing it all this afternoon.
When I first got here, wasn't something I would see myself being a starting tight end at Penn State, which is, a really prestigious spot to have. I'm glad that this has been my journey, and I wouldn't change how it's gone.
Caught Tyler Warren, touchdown.
I have a 3-year-old son named Kingston Walker.
You trying to do this or not? You trying to show him you can do that?
I had him when I was 20 years old, and it just changed my life for the better. I feel like I was always more mature as a young man, but that definitely had to make me grow up a little quicker. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Oh my goodness, man. Definitely one of my biggest motivators. One of the reasons why I'm still doing this today and why I'm going so hard is for him.
People kind of get scared away from kids at our age, and he's all about it. The way that he is so mature and just takes care of his business and is able to kind of take care of his family, it's very inspiring.
He just found it like puzzles. He's real good at it. I be trying to help him out sometimes. He don't let me, but he almost better than me at some puzzles. Sometimes I be trying to help him. I don't even know what I'm doing, and he'll correct me. So
he's a little bit more entrenched in real life right now. In some ways, and he's not said this, but in some ways I think he's playing for his family every week when he's out there.
Bro. Normal day for me, being a student athlete and a father, take my kid to school in the morning. He don't like to take naps for nobody really, so I got to pick him up before nap time. Get to hang out with him for about 2 hours during the day, and then go back to practice. I get out of practice around 6 o'clock. If I'm having a bad day or long day at practice or anything, I come home and see him. Of course, he's only 3 years old, but still one of my best friends.
Ready to go to sleep?
Brightens my day every time, so it's nothing but a blessing.
He only had one Big Ten offer, and that was Indiana.
Indiana was the first school that I went on a visit with, and we literally all fell in love with it almost immediately.
He said, Mom and Dad, this is where I want to play football. I want to play football in the Big Ten. I want to be a Big Ten O-lineman.
I got my very first start against Penn State here, beat him in overtime.
Steps up, flushed, Penix, going for the payload, and they're saying he is in.
That was like a dream come true because I didn't know I was starting until the night before. Being from Pennsylvania, growing up watching Penn State, it was an unbelievable day.
All of a sudden, the coaching staffs, being he had success, started getting picked apart, and Coach Allen had to replace and replace and replace, and the wind started to fall.
Sorsby brings him down.
We didn't really have any momentum in those years. It was just a tough 3 years. It was already in my head that I wanted to pursue the NFL after the 2023 season, and that's what I did.
I want to welcome Kurt and the entire Signetti family to our Hoosier family. We couldn't be more excited. Kurt, welcome to IU.
Growing up, I knew the Signetti name. I talked to Coach Sig on the phone, and he kind of gave me his whole spiel, trying to recruit me back. Seeing like what Coach Sig has done at other places, and I just really wanted to leave Indiana better than I found it.
I spent a lot of time in Pittsburgh myself. Mike went to high school with some of my nieces, my sister's kids. I felt like I knew Mike before I knew Mike.
Yes, sir. Believe me, there was no language barrier because we all kind of had the same Yinzer talk and the same Pittsburghese. You know, it's kind of worked out real easy.
He made a decision to come back, and you know, he was a 4-year starter, and he was sort of described as the glue around here with the offensive line. Took him from left guard, made him a center.
Hey, 57's the mic. Hey, you can tag.
At center, you have to be able to make calls, know what everyone's doing, not only the O-line, but the tight ends as well. That was probably the biggest adjustment, but it came really easy to me.
Come on.
Second down and short. They'll hand it off. Ellison cuts it back. Touchdown, Indiana.
Mike Katic springs Justice Ellison, who does the rest. And this IU offense, man, I tell you what, try to stop him.
I love playing O-line just because there's something so special about putting 5 guys out there and they just gel as one. It's poetry in motion, and I love it.
Oh, we got our buttons. Everybody put your button on. Whenever you're ready. Food out for...
That's what I'm doing right now, huh? Start cooking some food. It's another year of RVing and watching football for us. This year we're 7-0, and we're heading into hopefully it could be a college football playoffs. I mean, it's the best season they had since 1967. I mean, it's crazy.
We line up in the same spot every week, so Michael knows exactly where to look for us. And he just comes over and gives us a hug, give him a high five, and off he goes.
Indiana's stunning unbeaten status has brought national attention to this Hoosier program.
The excitement level is at an all-time high, I'd say. Now, there's always a question mark. Today's question mark is a backup quarterback plan.
Tawee Jackson gets his first start of the season today. He struggled last year in 3 starting roles. Indiana's going to be after its 8th win of the season today, which would tie the most wins to start a year ever.
And it's picked off. Indiana's got it. D'Angelo Pounds. He's going to go for a touchdown. 10-5 scores. And this Indiana football team right now is playing some defense here and there.
The quarterback Rogers throws it down the field, and D'Angelo Pounds comes up with another interception.
That'll help a second-string quarterback play, won't it?
No question about it. Fires it down the field, catches right. We're going to have a touchdown.
The score is Omar Cooper. A 42-yard play. Tawee Jackson to Cooper for the score.
Indiana back out there offensively as they get underway here in the third quarter. There's the snap back to Jackson. David looks, fires the football, batted up in the air. And it is picked off by Washington. And Washington right back in the hunt here. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to keep the ball. He runs it into the end zone and untouched. And all of a sudden, we've got a football game. Indiana has just a 3-point lead, and adversity really sets in for the first time this year.
This offensive line just stays on their guys. They don't lose them. Maybe there's not much there, but they keep their feet moving, and the ball ends up moving about 2 yards longer than anticipated just because they keep their feet moving and stay attached to their defensive linemen.
Over the middle throw, caught! Indiana's got a big game.
It's a good response to that touchdown for Washington right here.
No question. Snap back, Justice gets the call, takes it up inside again, and he pounds his way to the end zone. Does he get it in? Touchdown, Indiana!
They just took the football basically and ran the ball right down their throat.
It comes down to Price at the 21-yard line. Up to the 30, 35, 40-yard line, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, down to the 25, the 20, and finally knocked out of bounds. Miles Price. The Hoosiers have Pater in their view.
Quarterback's got to help out in the running game right here.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. Jackson with Ellison beside him. Handoff goes. Nope, it's Taylor with the football. Indiana with a phenomenal 8th straight victory here today, undefeated on this 2024 season, and man, is this fun.
Hey, center in the nation. Hey, I couldn't do without my boys. Not right here. Hey, center. Hey, I couldn't do without my boys. Go. And him. Hey, Mike Katic. And him. And him. And him. What's going on here? The O-line, baby. Dominating the second half. Let's go. Wow! Wow! I gotta get a photo with this guy.
Thank you. We are so proud of you. Keep going, baby.